Let's go to the main menu and click Guides. Next, click in the box labeled Search as seen here. In the search box, type in the word Counsel. Below, you'll see a menu under Guides labeled Counseling Guide. Go ahead and click that choice. The new Counseling Guide has opened. Go ahead and click in the box at the top left and type in the word Anger. A drop-down menu will appear to confirm the topic you've typed in. You can recognize Counseling Guide topics by the green leaf icon. Go ahead and click Anger from the menu below. Now, when you run this report for the first time, all sections will be expanded and it will be searching. This will slow your computer down. Therefore, let's right-click on the first section, in this case, Counseling Topic. Choose from the menu that appears Collapse All. All sections of the Counseling Guide have collapsed and all the searching has ceased. Now we can click on the first section and look at the search results without overwhelming our computer. Therefore, click on Counseling Topic section, as seen here. In this section, Logos is going to summarize in a brief statement the topic that you're looking up. In this case, anger, a strong emotion of hostility or displeasure. It will also find related topics. In this case, mood. Let's go ahead and click on Mood. A second Counseling Guide window has opened at the right, and now we can get more details on mood. Notice we get a summary statement as well as a paragraph, in this case from the Baker Encyclopedia of Psychology and Counseling. So these first links will link you to additional information in another counseling guide. Now below at the left you can see the summary, and again it's coming from a variety of articles. Now you can get the full summary there inside the counseling topic section, or you can scroll down and click the book link and that'll open up the resource directly. Let's click the Anger book link as seen here. Our resource has opened at the right, and now we can read the article within the actual resource. Now let's go back to the counseling guide at the left, and let's click on the counseling topic section to collapse that section. Let's click and expand the next section, Related Counseling Topics. Now, related counseling topics will take your topic and further expand other related counseling topics. So conflict and rebellion are both related to the concept of anger. Now, if we click any of these, it too will open up a counseling guide window as well. Go ahead and click on Conflict. You can see the counseling guide is open at the right, and we can see there's quite a bit of additional information related to this counseling topic of conflict. Notice too, under the More section, there is a link to additional themes on conflict. The chat icon is a link to search preaching themes. Over at the left in our counseling guide, let's click on the preaching theme, Anger. The fact book has opened up to our preaching theme on anger. Notice with the new fact book, a key article is provided, in this case from the Tyndale Bible Dictionary. Let's go ahead and click and minimize the key article. Now that the key article is minimized, we can see the other sections in the fact book manager. We have media, which can be key slides that you could use in a PowerPoint presentation. Let's go ahead and click on Media to collapse this section as well. The fact book will list quite a few additional key passages. I do recommend starting with the counseling guide and that passage section for the initial set of verses. But if you're looking for more verses beyond the counseling guide, check out the fact book. Let's go ahead and click on Key Passages to collapse that section as well. Go ahead and click and expand Biblical Senses. In this section, you're going to find related words to our preaching theme, anger. This can open up some new study opportunities as you find related words which are linked to other passages that will expand on this theme of anger. And this is a great way to understand this topic in a more fuller sense. Go ahead and click on Biblical Senses to collapse this section. The remaining sections, dictionaries, journals, sermons, these will look up the word in those particular resources. Let's go ahead and expand preaching resources next. As you can see, Logos has taken our preaching theme, anger, and located some preaching resources as well as some illustrations down below. Let's go ahead and click on preaching resources to collapse this section. Let's scroll down even further and click and expand on the link labeled Bookstore. In this section, Logos will suggest various resources that will be helpful in studying this preaching theme more in depth. Let's go ahead and click on Bookstore to collapse this section. Let's click the last section, See Also, as seen here. The See Also section provides additional topics for further study. Notice the additional topics bitter and hate, the guides, anger topic guide, and sermon starter guide, as well as some workflows to help you study this topic and other related information. So in short, when we launch the counseling guide and we begin to click on those links at the left, the fact book is opened up to help us go even deeper and wider in our searching. Let's go ahead and click on bitter in the topic section located here. The fact book has jumped now to the article on bitter. Now, when you're jumping back and forth with fact books, it's important to remember where you're at. Logos provides a back navigation button to bring you back to where you were. It's located here at the top right. It's the less than sign symbol. Go ahead and click it. We're now back at our preaching theme on anger. Let's examine the workflow section by clicking on Biblical Theme Study, as seen here. The Biblical Theme Study will open a workflow on your topic, anger in this case, and walk you through a step-by-step process to study this theme more thoroughly. Let's go ahead and right-click on the first section, Examine Dictionary Entries on your theme. Let's collapse all the sections in this workflow by clicking on the menu option, Collapse All. Here we now can see all 7 steps for our workflow. So again, we started with the counseling guide. We clicked on various links that took us to the fact book. In the See Also section, it opened up additional studies for us. In every step from one guide, we have all these multiple jumping points. So be careful where you're jumping around. You could overwhelm yourself with all this additional information. Let's go to the last section in the fact book at the right, Search for Anger. Now, what I want you to notice is look at that search box. Logos has populated it with a whole bunch of related terms. So this isn't simply a search on the word anger. It's a search on all these related ideas. This is a very powerful search and can be very helpful in locating even more information on your topic. Now let's return to our counseling guide by clicking on the tab located here. Let's continue with our good housekeeping and click on the section Related Counseling Topics to collapse that section. Go ahead and click on Passages to expand that section. Logos provides just a handful of key passages. Notice at the bottom you can save to a passage list as well as open up these passages in your preferred Bible. Let's go ahead and click on Save as Passage List. The passage list is opened up at the left. A label has been given, Counseling Guide /Anger. And our 4 verses have been added to the passage list. Now, if you're going to keep the passage list open and open up new passage lists, you will have to merge them or combine these verses into one list. We'll show you how to do this in a future video. Let's go ahead now and click on our Counseling Guide tab located here. Go ahead and click on Open for Passages in the NASB 95 there at the bottom. Now, your Bible translation may be different than mine. In either case, the menu option still should be the same, Open for Passages. Go ahead and click on it. Our preferred Bible translation has opened, and Logos has created a filtered list in our Bible. And therefore, we're only going to see the passages that were in our passage list. All other Bible verses are hidden from us right now. You could remove the filter by clicking here on Remove Filter. Let's go ahead and click on the passage section at the left as seen here. Let's go ahead and click and expand our last section labeled Monographs. This particular section is really useful, especially if you have the June Hunt Biblical Counseling Keys on Anger resource. As you can see, we have the section on anger, but also the other key related ideas, counseling keys on conflict resolution, forgiveness, guilt, and parenting. There is more to look at, but as you can see, Logos provides a summary of the outlines from these resources. Let's go ahead and click on the link, Biblical Counseling Keys on Anger. Our resource has opened at the right. So as you can see, the counseling guide is a very useful resource, and it can be helpful if you counsel others, but don't forget, it's very applicable in your own walk as well. Let's go ahead to the top right and click on the Close All Panels. I also call this the panic button. By clicking this, everything we have open will now be closed. In closing, use the counseling guide in 2 ways. 1, to find key cross-references on a counseling topic, but also use it for application as well.